Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be talking about Mars's ingress in the sign of Taurus. Yes, it's a very important transit, so stay tuned. I will be sharing in this video about the Mars's ingress in the sign, and of course, also many things which will actually be helpful for you to understand this transit. And I will be sharing about the Nakshatra transit also, and of course, what exactly is in store for all the 12 ascendants, Moon sign, or the Dasha sign Vise predictions. As in, like, where is your Dasha Lord? That is your, suppose in Saturn's Dasha, and Saturn is in Scorpio. So make Scorpio your ascendant and then see how this transit is working. And it is happening right opposite the Scorpio sign as it is. So it'll impact you as per the seventh house predictions for you. So do hear this video from the beginning till the sign that you are in. If you want to understand, I'll be giving a couple of remedies also in this beginning summary part. And also as to how you can, make this transit a beautiful transit. As it is, Rahu is leaving this Mars, and Mars is gaining strength. So we definitely are going to be feeling much better. And I must tell you, these are all live sessions. In case there is some glitch, or there is some delays, or there is some delay in uploading the video, and the quality of the video is not that great, so just blame it on to YouTube, because it is not a recorded version that I'm sharing with you. As I've been traveling, so a little delayed video in just by a day, in fact. To the ones who are watching after this video is uploaded, so for them it is definitely on time. So enjoy this video. I will be sharing the presentation, and you will get to know in a very convenient way the dates of this transit, and then going retrograde. All the dates are there. The position of Venus is also very important. I'll be sharing that as well. So just stay tuned, and do enjoy your Mars's ingress in this sign, because this is the time when you will feel much better, in case you have been going through a lot of topsy-turvy ride because of Mars and Rahu conjunction in Aries sign. It's its own zone. So now you will be feeling definitely better. Also, I must tell you, if at all you're feeling good results till the time Mars goes retrograde, I'll be sharing the dates also. If at all you're feeling and finding that the result of this transit of Mars in Taurus in direct motion, you're getting good results. So personally, you should see if you're getting good results, that means retrogression will not give you that favorable results. And the vice versa. If at all you're feeling the results are not that great, so definitely they will get better and in improvised form once this transit happens in retrogression. So this is a long transit. So from here, 10th of August till all the way the March month of next year, that is 2023. In between for a month, it will be going back, to Gemini, and then we'll be coming back. So let's start the presentation so that you can actually, understand this transit better. So let me start sharing the screen, and let me start sharing with you the presentation that I've prepared for you all. And I hope you all will like this presentation also. Something happened. 1 second. Just a sec. Live sessions are like this only. I always try to be prepared, but the more I get prepared, the worse it gets. So just a sec. Now I'll share the screen again. That's why I said just bear with me. All right. Now it'll be better. Any day. All right, so this is the Mars's transit into the Taurus sign, and this is what I meant. It is going to be out of the clutches of Rahu, because Rahu has been in Aries sign from a long time since March, and Mars was also conjunct in this sign. So this is a very important transit. So many things happening during this time. So please stay tuned with this presentation. See, Mars is going to be in Gemini from the 16th of October, like 15th till 15th is going to be here in this sign of Taurus, and then we'll move into Gemini, and then we'll go retrograde on the 30th of October till the 13th of November in the sign of Gemini, and then in Taurus sign also from 13th to November till the next year, 13th January. From the 13th of January in direct motion till the 13th of March. So you can imagine from the 10th of August till the 13th of March, this Mars is going to be in Taurus sign itself. Just for a month, if you can see in Gemini sign, from the 16th of October till the 13th of November. So just for a month, it'll enter Gemini. So what exactly is going to be this transit is dependent upon? This transit is dependent upon the Venus's transit, which I will be sharing what exactly it can do. So now I would like to share with you what Mars is. Mars reflects our ambition. It's the warrior actually. And when Mars is transiting through the sign of, in the sign of Taurus, this is going to be giving you a lot of inclination towards material possessions. You will get inclined to a lot of acquiring of wealth. You have some goals that you have set. Now you're going to be able to fulfill the goals. So this is a very positive time. And in case you want to also understand that what kind of transit this is overall worldly wise, so this will enhance the foreign trade. This will give a focus on businesses. Small businesses also will increase, and people will start working towards enhancing their businesses with the collaborations with the outsiders, the foreigners also. People will on the whole, become very, very hardworking. And there will be a lot of inclination towards, the aggression will be too much. People will become too inclined towards goal setting and achieving of goals. See, in Taurus sign, of course, there will be a little bit of discomfort between amongst the people, because it leads to arguments also, not to forget, because this is a sign of ruled by Venus. So it will impact the relationships also, because it's the 8th from the 7th house, and from the Libra sign also. This is a very this is a 7th house from there, so it will directly impact the relationships, and our aggression might increase, but definitely very good for the financials. As far as the economic growth is concerned, this is going to lead to that as well. And you can read through whatever I've written. Now, this will depend on, as I said, how Venus's transit is. Now, when Venus is being aspected by this Mars in the sign of Leo, Mars will be aspecting from the 31st of August till the 24th of September. So this is the time when you will be feeling a lot of energy. Venus is sort of combust when it's in Leo sign. So you might feel the creativity in you, that you really want to bring out. It might just get overwhelming. You might be very, the artistic bent of mind of yours might just increase, and you might be taking up a lot of activities during that time. But at the same time, it will impact your relationship questions also when Mars is aggression. So sexual urge will increase, and all that can happen worldwide. And the aggression in Venus means female counterparts. So female counterparts in general will get impacted, or the feminine qualities of women will get aggravated or agitated because of the aggression in them, because of Mars's impact on this Leo sign Venus. Venus will get debilitated from the 24th of September till the 15th of October. Now, that's the time when Venus will be in the sign of Virgo. So here it is definitely going to be little uneasy, so uneasy kind of a feeling for Mars also, because when Venus is debilitated, it will impact Mars negatively, and people will become little more aggressive during that time. And again, the similar kind of results as in Leo we were feeling. So you have to be very organized that time. You have to tame these energies, which you can, of course. Venus is also exalted from the 15th of February till the 12th of March, when Mars will be in Taurus again. So that is also conjunct Jupiter. So that is also a very positive time. So make a note of these dates. These will help you plan your future. So in case you're feeling very aggressive, or in relationship, you're having problems, so you have to actually just lie low, just tone down a bit. Tone down on your speech, tone down on your, your energies, which are actually not being channelized in a proper manner to the direct things, maybe something which is not very right, or something which is leading to a lot of aggression in you. So you have to actually mellow down a little. When it's exalted, then Venus is exalted. So Mars is directly getting impacted positively. So the energies would be positive, and it will be good for the economic growth, and worldwide it is going to be impacting in a better manner. Okay, so make a note of these dates as well. Now Mars will be in the nakshatras of Kritika, Rohini, and Mrigashira. Now it will be getting retrograde also. So again, this is also very important, where your Kritika is from 5th of August to the 27th of August. Why 5th of August? Because it was in Aries sign. It started moving into Kritika. Will be there till the 27th of August, though it is in Taurus sign from the 10th of August. So in Kritika Nakshatra, you might, feel better in aggression also, of course, but it is very good for initiation of any task. This is a very positive time. Anything that you want to start, nurturing kinds for the doctors, surgeons, for engineers, this is a very positive time. And in case you have to make any decisions related to your travels also, you will be making, so acquiring more of knowledge and enhancing broadening your field, where you are, the spheres. This is a positive time as well. Also, just see where your Kritika, which planet is in your Kritika sign also. You have to check that way also. So what you have to see is where your Taurus sign is, where your Venus is, where your Mars in the natal chart is, what Dasha, either these Dasha periods you're running, or you're running through the Sun, Mars, Moon Dasha also will be very impactful when Mars is ingressing into Kritika, Rohini, and Mrigashira. So why again Rohini? Because it's going to go retrograde. And why Mrigashira? Because it's in retrogression going direct. So it is going to be again touching upon Rohini and Mrigashira. So see where your planets are. Are they in Kritika? More impactful. Are they in Rohini? More impactful. Any planet, it's not irrespective of Mars or any other planet, but it is very, very important to see the Rohini Nakshatra, because any planet which is transiting through these nakshatras these people will get more impacted. Okay. Now, okay. So, let's start with the predictive. I hope I have to give the remedies. Sorry, let me go back once. I will give you the remedies. So what remedies you can do is, number one, Hanuman chants. Any kind of Hanuman chants will be good. Propitiate Hanuman God, because that's what is going to be actually the big time saving grace for you. So whatever said and done, you have to recite Hanuman Chalisa every day, and you have to do the when this Mars is in Kritika Nakshatra, then you have to do whatever, your you can do the chants for Surya also. Surya Namaskar you can do, or you can do the Argya to Sun. You can also worship Lord Sun or Lord Hanuman during this time as well. When Mars is ingressing in the Rohini Nakshatra, that time you have to see what, where your moon is, where your Rohini is. So you have to do the remedies for moon during this time. And also because Sun and Moon's sign Leo and Cancer, Mars is a Yoga Karagraha. So if these are friendly nakshatras, all three are friendly nakshatras, and then obviously its own nakshatra Mrigashira is. So this is a very positive time overall, when Mars is ingressing in Taurus sign. Rohini Nakshatra, you can do the remedy for moon. You can chant Om Som Somaya Namaha Om, and do the Hanuman Chalisa, recite Hanuman Chalisa. You can donate something in red if you have Mars in 6, 8, 12 already. So you can donate something in reds. And in Mrigashira Nakshatra, double the impact of Mars. So this is going to be very impactful time. Aggression might just be aggravated. So keep your head in center, don't lose your cool often during this time. And if at all you have any planets in these nakshatras, of course, you should do the remedies related to those planets. Suppose somebody has a Venus in Rohini, so you must do the remedy for, donate something in whites on Fridays, Mondays, keep something by your bedside on the new moons and full moons in whites and donate in the next morning. And you can use yogurt, you can consume yogurt. You can put your, maybe some yantras if you have, or any rings that you have of Venus, some Raj or something, then you can just soak it in the curd, in the yogurt, and wear it in the next morning. So this is what, you have to do. Also, I'm giving you few dates which you have to be a little extra careful about overall, because Mars is going to be in Vargottama Taurus in the Navmansha also from September 3rd to the 8th. That's the time when you will feel the energies, whatever you're feeling right now in a minuscule level, you will be having exponential results from the September 3rd to the 8th, good or bad, depending on what you're experiencing right now. 9th to the 16th is the time when you will be actually feeling the results little better. Your communication skills will improve. You can go a little aggressive also. Don't get carried away. 19th to the 24th is the time when this energy will mellow down a little. So you can utilize this time in case you have been very aggressive. So you are mellowed down during this time. So make the best use of the 17th to the 24th of September. 25th of September till the 3rd of October. Now, this is the time when you will feel quite restricted. You will not be able to give the results the way you wish to. You might have complications with the children also. Overall, children might suffer, in overall. But your creativity, your creative skills will be very, very high. Your approach towards doing things will be very different and very, very important for you. So this is, and maybe you will be changing during this time, your mental setup. From the 4th October till the 16th of October is the time when you will be feeling mixed kind of results. So this is a general overview I'm giving you. So 4th to the 16th is the time where how you utilize yourself, how organized you are. Don't get confused. You might get confused, overall in your, you might just procrastinate. You want to do certain things, but you become lazy. So this Mars's energy might mellow down a little during that time. So you have to make the best use of. And also from 10th to the 12th of October, very volatile energy overall. Some, we will see many, volcanic eruptions or earthquakes or floods, or wildfires, in fact, or air accidents, or maybe, some road accidents we'll hear more during this time. Some army, navy, defense sector might just suffer, or you will hear more on, especially 10 to the 12th, plus minus few days we do take. No event takes place on the day of the transits. So do make a note of this particular time, so that time period, so that you can actually be well prepared for it. So let's move on to the predictive and start with the Aries first. So for Aries people, this transit is happening over your second house. Now, this is a very positive time for your ambitious nature of yours to enhance it. You're worried about your money and possessions, but you have that power also now, your inclination grows exponentially. You want to do things to complete those tasks that you have been assigned related to your work. So this is also a time for satisfying your ego, and you're likely to be more entrepreneurial, and you will be working through your professional growth and acquiring knowledge and connecting with your children, also your creativity. This is also about getting greedy, during this time. So don't, excess of everything is bad, anything is bad. So just be in moderation. Don't get too involved in those areas where you feel that, you are, you have that insecurity a lot. So you might just have to go through that suffering then. Also, this will give you a lot of corporate communication. There will be some contracts, agreements that you'll be making. Interest in military, political, commercial, sports activities might increase. Technology might increase, in, construction or media, something related to all that will become very, very enhanced. The enhancement of energies will be felt during this time even more. Don't violate the system or your belief system. This will give you a lot of inclination to travel. You might be having during this whole phase, you can go aggressive or or insecure also about your relatives and your siblings. So just, maybe your siblings are moving away from you, or they're doing better, so you have some kind of friction, or you feel quite insecure about that as well. Don't get involved in any kind of rash driving during this time, and any kind of improvement at home front, you want to renovate or you want to do some jobs during this time, so that might get delayed. It's better to avoid getting into any kind of controversy or any kind of purchase of property. If at all you do, then you might have to go through a lot of disputes. So make sure that you are actually, if you want to go in for purchasing or selling of property, so just make sure that you read everything well, do everything in a channelize everything in a proper manner. Otherwise, it is very positive for your subconscious self, whatever emotional problems you're going through. This is a very positive time. Eat right, because this will lead to poor digestion also. So this is also the time to consider the needs and the feelings of other family members. Get connected with them. Don't feel that you, if you share something with others, or if you understand something about others, that will lead to your problems, add to your problems. It's not like that. It's something which is going to be positive for you. The remedies I've given in the beginning part, I'll be putting them in the timestamp also. You can just go through them. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. For Taurus natives, this transit is happening over your first house, and it's going to be looking at your 4th, 7th, and 8th. So now you will become very aggressive and impulsive. Now, how you channelize your energies, it's up to you. You might become very dominating. You might expect a lot from your partner, the kind of energy and ambition and the skills that you have. You might feel that, why others are not performing the same way. So this is going to give you a lot of ambition, stimulation, initiative taking, and also self-confidence. This is also the time that you can go a little more aggressive and haywire and take a lot of adventures. You take to lot of expenditures also. Speculative income is on cards. So in case you want to go in for any kind of speculation, this is a good time for you. You might be taking time to get impressed by others. Okay. And you can be very self-assertive, egocentric, selfish also, because Mars is in the first house. Good time for purchasing of property, selling of property, as well as planning your assets and planning your investments. Also positive time. Any kind of relationship which is on the physical plane will flourish, but on the mental plane, on the emotional plane, it will give you a lot of hang-ups, or there will be some complications that you have to go through. There can be that you have problems with your teamwork, in your teamwork, or with your people around you. Any kind of humanitarian causes, if you want to take up, it is good for you, but you might just, push yourself away from those activities. But it is better that you coordinate everything well. Take the help of your team or the people around you to do the group activity. It's better that you depend on others also, because it might lead to complications. Otherwise, you feel that you are lacking productivity. So the best is encourage the people around you, be a team leader, and give them the support and take the support from them, because it is obviously a mutual thing. You cannot do everything yourself. It is in case you have those kinds of aspects, where you are not taking the help of others, then it will be difficult for you to make, the revolutionary changes in your performance or around you. Also, it is going to be giving you some communication with the professionals, or it can be that because of your ego, you can land up into problems or short of conversations. So you have to make sure that you are not violating your belief system. At the same time, your communication skills that you have, don't misuse them or underuse them. So the best is that you get connected with people on a very compatible way, where you are on the same page. Okay, don't feel that insecurity. This is not the time to feel insecurity. This is going to be and the gentle attitude, the soft attitude will give you success. And they can be that you are going to be getting connected with your siblings, your neighbors, and you might have some difficult aspect also to deal with during this time. But overall, I think this is a very positive time for you. Okay, do the remedies that I have given in the initial summary part. Okay, so now coming to the Gemini sign. For Gemini natives, this is the transit in your 12th house. After the 11th house, Rahu Ketu axis, it's coming out of there, but it is going to be in the 12th house. See, 12th house is the place where, you know, you contemplate on your own self, your psychological impulses, and the motivations that you have. So this is going to give you how interested you are to explore your own self, the inner you. This is going to be giving you that period where you are actually secluding and isolating yourself and working on yourself in a very deeper levels. The energy levels are pretty high, but you know, you're going to be mellowing down and you're going to be just contemplating. You can be more on the exploring side for if you are in the field of occult or parapsychology. So these are all very good periods, but it is also the moment of frustration and self-denial and of staying in the background. So the working through, you know, the background would be really helpful in case, you know, you're working behind the curtains, behind the scenes. It is going to be definitely very positive for you. You might get in touch with the overseas people more. You might be traveling during this time. And this also is the time for your health, you know, to be taken into consideration. You have to take good care of your health. It might lead to some health issues, or somebody in the family might fall sick. Your siblings might be moving away from the place where you are. Also, it can lead to some litigation. You should not get involved in any kind of loans, debts during this time. It might lead to a lot of it might lead to separation from the family or obstruction in life also. Any kind of research work will give you definitely some success. It is also looking at your 6th house, 7th house from here. So this is also very good for bed pleasures in case you want to get involved with your friends. You can, the closest of your friends might get jealous of you. You're actually, you know, being successful. So you should not be exposed to your success, you know, too much, because it will seclude you from your own people. But yes, it is definitely going to be a phase where you will be actually working behind the scenes, and you will be actually getting the lot of accolades also, because you are putting in a lot of hard work during this time. And also there are chances of losses in import and export in the foreign trade. So be careful about that. If at all that you know, it's possible that you accumulate your financial wealth. You know, you will accumulate the wealth, but you will be having a lot of you know, extravagant lifestyle also. So make sure that you do not go overboard or carried you know, away in your expenditure part. You might just be, you know, spending on the unproductive things, which is going to lead to a lot of issues. Also, this is going to give you some headaches, eye diseases, or left ear or left hand or left eye, you know, you have to take care of. Also, it can lead to fevers or blood related issues. So you have to take care of all those things as well. And in case you are in, you know, this is going to be giving you that energy to write, because it's looking at a 3rd house. So communication, writing skills might enhance. You might be very imaginative during this period. So this is a very positive time for getting into any kind of writing skills, media, or getting involved in any kind of publishing work as well. Your communication style might be taken as a controversy issue of controversy as well. So make sure that you're toning down on your energies as well. This is also the time for going in for any kind of investments, and also any kind of change at the place of work. There can be that you are going to get your desires fulfilled at the place of work. You're going to be very dynamic at the place of work. So you're going to be getting that kind of appreciation also. Okay. So because you are going to be very productive at the place of work during this time. Do the remedies that I've given you in the beginning part. Even if you have a good transit, you should. And in case when you're getting good results right now and in retrogression, you don't. So that is something which will happen the other way. If you are having bad results right now, so in retrogression, you will have experienced good results. Okay. Coming to Cancer sign. So for Cancer people, this is the 11th house transit for you. And this is going to be aspecting the 2nd, the 5th, and the 6th houses from there. And being the ruler of your 10th, of course, and your 5th house. So this is also a very positive time to attract humanitarian causes or the teamwork that you have to work with. You know, you have to coordinate, you have to delegate your work. This is not the time to just do everything, you know, and be the master of none and jack of all trades. This is like, you know, you feel that you can do everything yourself. So you have to delegate. This is also the your 10th lord in the 11th, so your yoga karagraha. So this is definitely going to be good for your professional and career growth. This is going to be giving you connection with many people, and you will be utilizing your time in productively. And this will give you a lot of ambition, and a lot of enterprising nature of yours will come up, and you will be very popular in your social network. But do not go overboard in your speech, you know, related issues. Maybe you will get very argumentative, or maybe you will lose your cool. So that is something that you have to be toning down on. Eat something which is not very heaty and spicy, because you know that will aggravate or just add similar to the fuel in the fire. So you have to be very careful about all that. And this is going to be giving you difficulties in earning incomes or the bad friends. So that also you have to be very careful about. If at all you have any older siblings, so this will be like, giving him elevation, of course, and he will be doing really well in his career. But at the same time, he might get very competitive and very aggressive in his work. And this is also very good time for doing anything related to some engineering, innovation, any kind of enhancement in your work, any kind of new things, that new projects you want to get involved in. This is a very positive time. The dates I've given in the beginning part, please go through those dates as well, because that will really help you. And also this is the time, you might get little frustrated also with the foreigners, any foreign collaborations, any export import, you might get a little frustrated as well. So you have to balance everything and then go ahead. And the best is to acquire knowledge. This is the time to start something new, because any kind of action, adventure, something where you get connected with the college student, or you yourself become a college student, or you're going to be getting involved in any educational with educational institution. So that will be good for you. You will be actually getting connected with the foreigners more, and you will at the same time be getting frustrated with them also. But this is definitely the time to look after your health. And in case you were having any health issues, they will also be taken care of. Any kind of litigation, you will get the verdict also. Could be in your favor in case you have a strong placement of Mars in your chart also, depending on the rest of the placements. Because, Mars definitely is a yoga karagraha for you. And for Cancer natives, this is a debilitation sign also. So what happens, even if, Mars is in the Kendra, or Mars in the trine, but for you, this is actually Mars is this is the sign of debilitation. So from inside, you're very soft. You pretend to be very, very strong, and you pretend to be very powerful. You want to show that you can do it all. But at the same time, that soft you actually is it supersedes, and this Mars actually is toned down. So that is the reason, I've seen Cancer natives, generally they don't have a fixed kind of or a very successful career because of that, because they have some problem or the other that they have to go through because of their emotions. And Mars being the 10th house ruler, professional, career, and also the 5th house, so I've seen their children also have the similar kind of profession most of the times. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Leo. So for Leo natives, this transit is happening over your 10th, and it's going to be looking at your 1st, 4th, and the 5th. So definitely a very positive time for you in case you are looking for any kind of changes at the place. Professional career growth, you will definitely be getting. You will be more popular, you'll grow. This is also going to be giving you social status. You will value the people around you also. You're going to be actually representing growth, advancement, increment during this time for others as well. There is a lot of brilliant energy and your goal setting that you have set your goals. You will be actually attaining those. Subordinates and co-workers will be very helpful and supportive of you. And in case, you are into any kind of you're a scientist, or you're yourself an engineer, so very positive time for those as well. The technical ones, or the software development, the hardware or software, these people are going to be really flourishing. And also, if you are a politician, so this is going to be very good for you, and you want to go in for any kind of corporate, you're going to be getting the promotion if you're looking for being a corporate head or something like, on that authoritative position. So you're going to be actually elevated during this time. You're going to be successful in the foreign land, if at all you're having any kind of connection. So because this Mars is also the ruler of your 9th house, so success overseas is definitely quite likely for Leo people, or connection with the overseas people is very possible, because Mars debilitates in the 12th house. So that is Cancer sign of yours. So this is definitely very positive. You get emotionally connected with the foreigners more. I've seen most of the Leo people are very good at that, and connecting with them emotionally. Also, it is good for because it is the Shukras, or you can say Venus's sign, so you will be more involved in the creative abilities of yours. Utilize it, dancing, music, dance, drama, mimicry. If you are an actor yourself, so this is going to be a very positive time for you. It can, because it is looking at your 4th house, it can create frictions with the mother or health issues to the mother. So be careful how you deal with the, those relationships, which are very sensitive. It is also a very I would say be careful about real estate as well, matters related to real estate. You might leave the comforts of the home and you are traveling, or you might just be shifting out from the place where you are, or you will be shifting from your homeland to another place, or foreign land. Also looks at your 5th house, so there can be frictions with the children, but at the same time you will be very adventurous in your romance, in your sex, and it will enhance those areas also, and it provides you a lot of energy and aggression, which will again be an add-on to your workplace. Definitely that aggression you have to channelize. There can be little bit of difficulties that you can go through related to your father also, because it's the 9th lord in the 2nd from itself. So father might get very aggressive as well. This is also the 6th house from the children's house. So 6th house from the children's house means the children might be very competitive. They will be having a win-win situation, or they will be going overseas as well. Take care of their health undoubtedly, or maybe they will be into sports activity, or they'll be working out a lot, and it's definitely very positive. From the 3rd, it is the 8th house transit. So this will give your siblings some health issues, and maybe they will be getting more speculative during this time. So all these you have to see, of course, and also you see overseas connection definitely is positive. Expenditures might increase, don't be overindulgent. If you are into occult sciences, this is also a very good time. Behind the scenes, you might be working a lot. You might be very investigative, or you might be having some psychological impulses as well. So don't get carried away in these areas. Overall, it's a very positive transit, because your Yoga Kara Graha is transiting your Kendra. So definitely very positive. The remedies I've given you in the beginning part must be done, and the dates are also, and the nakshatra transits also. So it's a very, very important video. The initial summary part has lots to cater. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. So for Virgo natives, as you can see, Mars is going to be in your 9th house, and it's going to be looking at your 12th, 2nd, 3rd. Lot of energy is involved here. And when Mars is transiting your 9th house, you may go for a trip because of, lack of, you need some break. So this is also a very positive time. You might take an adventure trip, or you might be very action oriented. You might be very much involved in some kind of educational skills that you want to enhance. This is also going to be giving you interest in spirituality right now, philosophy, religion, pilgrimage, meditation, charity, law, higher education, everything. You're going to be either or. You're going to be involved in all these areas a lot. And this will be a better placement for long distance travels, long distance journeys related to your business, education. And this is also the 9th house zone is also ruled by Jupiter. So this is like, in a friend zone, it's going to be here. So this is going to be very positive if at all you want to actually go in for, enhancing your skills or educating others. Anything related to charitable, anything related to charitable institutions, if you get involved in, it's going to be very positive. Any cultural, or the norms of society, if you want to change or you want to get involved actively in those NGOs or any kind of performances that you have been doing from a long time and you've not got success, so you will be achieving those success as well during this time period. It is definitely very positive. And your relationship with your father might be getting a little bitter, so you have to, or maybe father is going to be having some injury or friction with your father, or health issues to your father. So just take care of all those as well. And also there can be that you are, because it's looking at your 12th house also from here. So this is going to be something which will lead to some kind of working behind the scenes, connecting with the overseas people, manifesting something which gives you that alone time, and you're working through the energies on a very higher plane. This is definitely going to be giving you, enhancing your skills also. You're going to be working through some import export, if you are involved in that, might just be a little problematic area. You might not be able to get that kind of success there, but definitely this is good time for private imaginations, bed pleasures, and redemption of whatever, your selflessness, if you have for others, humanitarian causes, meeting somebody at the hospital, or, serving somebody at the hospital is also quite likely. You might visit the places where you want to seclude yourself. Separation from family, obstructions in life, can happen because of the during this period. So you have to actually channelize your energies and work through it. Definitely it is not completely a bad transit, because Mars is not a positive graha, because it's the 8th lord also. So this is a time when you will feel a lot of energies during this time related to your self-isolation. You might just feel that why people are not understanding you. You might seclude yourself for that reason as well. You can be very research oriented during this time. And also this leads to some unhappiness in the married life as well. So you have to be very careful in your relationships. How you deal with your relationship is very important, and there are remedies that I've given you. Your partner both should be doing those remedies. And also there can be some disagreements with your partners, so that is something you have to also be careful about. Okay, any kind of relationship you have to initiate will give you some setbacks or heartaches, so be careful about that as well. Some hidden enemies you have to work through also. There are less well-wishers during this time, so make sure that you are aware of your surroundings well. You may not be able to accumulate financial wealth due to frequent financial setbacks or extravagant lifestyle. That's why I said initially that take care and keep check on your expenditures. You see, the expenditure part should not be more than the earnings, so that you have to work through as well. And here you have some there can be some kind of tenants, who can be troublesome. If you have your property on, you've given it on rent, so it might just give you some troubles here and there. Also, there can be that you are very dynamic in your profession. Don't worry about your professional career growth, fulfillment of desires on cards, and somebody from your workplace might be coming and helping you out when you are stuck. So fulfillment of desires on cards at the place of work, of course. Some kind of elevation is also, some change is also anticipated. Transferable job or any kind of change can be anticipated as well. Relationship issues, definitely you have to work through. Do not fall prey to the external forces. Okay. External forces means that people are, just misleading you. So don't get carried away. Coming to the next sign, that is Libra. So for Libra natives, this transit is in your 8th house. And here Mars is going to be aspecting your 11th house, 2nd house, and the 3rd house. So 8th house transit definitely is, as we say, it's a Manglik. If you have it in the natal chart, it's a Manglik one, and it is going to be the Saturn's place, because 8th house is ruled by Saturn. So the more you are disciplined during this time, the better you get. Okay, the better you get and the better results are anticipated during this time. Some kind of commercial activities or matters pertaining to joint finances, or by elimination of old living conditions and creation of new ones would be better. And also the impulses and conflicts of the ego will be there, whether subtle or obvious, but interfere with the negotiations or relationship contacts that can be carried out at this point in time. You will feel the urgency that, that will cause you impatience, because Mars is an aggressive one. And in the 8th house, the Karaka is Saturn. Saturn is the Ayu Karaka. And though 8th house is ruled by by Mars, but it is, the Karaka is Saturn. So what happens, you want to do things fast, but you get frustrated because you are not able to get the results that quickly. So you can get impatient. So this will be the time when you have to value others' time, and slow down a bit. You're interested in knowing what the others have, and you start comparing, and you feel the need to have an intense and intimate contact with others, and sexual relationships, all that is going to be the negative aspect of it. So you have to mellow down a little. Saturn wants you to take it very easy during this time. So just you will have a great capacity for transformation now. So give it some time, and maybe, when you're driving, you have to, you might just go in trance. So you have to be very careful if you're driving, so, or maybe, when you're working also, at times it will be like a switch off kind of a phase. You just phase out. So that is something which you have to, you will feel these phases even more during this time. So make sure that, you don't have any negatives, influencing you more. Okay. So you have to take care of those energies right now. Also, you will get diseases like urinary tract, you have to take care of that, and some kind of problems, constipation is there. You have to drink lots of water and eat right, because second house is right opposite this 8th house. So you have to take care of your eating of spicy food, overeating of oily foods, you have to refrain from. And also this is a combination, because it is looking at your your second house also. So this is also which is the 8th from the 7th house. So you have to take care of your connection with your partner. It might just get worse. So that's something that you have to be taking care of. In case you want to go in for any surgery, you can do that as well during this time. And also this is quite likely that, it can give your partner harsh speech, or it can be little problematic to your financials of your partner also. Expenditures might increase as well. So that you have to actually work through and take care of. And in case, you have any friends you have a lot of trust, they might just backstab you as well, because Mars is looking at your 11th house from here. Or maybe, it will give some disconnect with your friends. So don't depend on your friends, or don't over have too much of trust. There can be trust issues, they might just break your heart, or they might just give you some fatal associations, I would say. So you have to refrain from that as well. And this can also, what else should I tell you? In your businesses, you have to be very careful as well. What's the good thing about this transit is that you can be very independent now, because Mars is looking at your 11th house. So independently, if you want to work through something, some business, so this is going to be a flourishing one. This is a good time for exports, imports as well. Investment time also. Maybe, you're going to be getting involved in some investments now. Also, this is going to be the time when you have to be very careful about how much work you are doing, because you will be pushed to do a lot of work. The hard work that you are putting in, a lot of energy towards work. So that is something which will, maybe you have a lot of energy, so you're putting in that kind of energy, channelizing it over there. But at the same time, you should actually improve your diet and improve your health by working out. So start any kind of working out, some regime that you have to actually follow now. This is the time when you can start with all that. Some inflammation, fevers you may get. So you have to be careful about that as well, because of your eating habits. Also, this is going to be for Libra natives, this is the time when you can be starting some new profession also. Some career growth on cards, of course, during the dates that I've given. So nakshatra transit of Kritika will be positive for you. Okay, Kritika will be positive, and Rohini might give you some changes. So that is something that you have to actually utilize for changing of residence, buying of and purchasing of property, land, because it's a Bhukaraka, Bhumi Karaka. So this is going to be also giving you some maybe disputes in your landed property. Inheritances might become very important for you, and you will be making some decisions related to that as well. Also, one thing more I wanted to say was, because it is in the 8th house and 10th house. Okay, so this is also that you are going to begin a new business also as well. Some interest will increase towards all those areas. Don't be too impulsive. Okay, do the remedies that I've given in the beginning part. Coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. For Scorpio natives, this is the transit in the 7th house. Now, 7th house is going to be aspecting your 10th, first, and your 2nd houses. And Mars being the ruler of your 6th and the Lagna. So this is the time when you have to make decisions related to your marriage, your relationship. Your focus will be on your relationships during this time. And this is also going to be leading to a lot of, energy towards doing things in a very positive manner. The impulsiveness, the passion, the impulse will be too much during this time. So to avoid conflicts, the best is to actually, make peace with in the relationship and be prepared for it. That there can be some kind of problems related to your that you have to work through your partnership as well as your relationship. You might have you have to go through some kind of upheavals here and there, can be giving troublesome relationship, or some kind of enemies that you have to combat also during this time. You can be very lustful, and you can have some intimate relationship also. It might trigger the second marriage if at all you are looking for a potential partner. This is also the time when you can have a lot of fights or litigation that you have to go through. And also this is going to lead to some kind of problems in conception also, in case you're looking for. And from here is looking at a 10th house, which is definitely very positive and a lot of energy and aggression. You'll be working aggressively at the place of work, and you will be completing all the tasks. You can be having some kind of chemistry and bonding with your colleagues also on the physical plane. So you have to be very receptive to the teamwork. If at all you are imparting that kind of, you're extending that kind of help to others, only then you can expect the similar kind of results from the others as well. Similar kind of, a relationship with others as well. And this is also going to be leading to some inclination, because it's looking at your second house. So this will give some frictions with the family members. Follow the rules that are set, your family values that you have to follow. Don't leave the righteous path. You get connected, take advice and help of your people around you. This is the time when it will be actually helpful. Don't take relationship for granted, and do not get carried away in your impulse. Any kind of decisions that you make in impulse might be taken otherwise and will not be giving you that kind of results as well. Okay. Also, this is the time when you can be making some major decisions related to your children, and something related to your sports activity. You might just be too much inclined towards sports activities, and some workouts that will be necessary. Don't get involved in wrong food habits. You might believe that you have some loose talks. Just avoid all that. But definitely very positive time if you want to get connected with your family members, and some business, you want to start a new business also. Good time for investments also, and this will be a very positive time for travels as well. Forming a connection with the overseas clientele will be definitely very positive as well. Okay, so make sure that you plan everything well. This is also one more thing, is happening here. You can be maybe, with the you can be getting connected with the culture of others. You adventurous, you might just come up a lot. Travels might be there, which will lead to some kind of the cultural barrier that you're carrying, that might just break, or you will get connected with people, new people, and it might just bring about a lot of expansion in your own mindset, and your mindset might change. So meeting somebody who is not from your own culture or your own background during this time be maybe helpful for you. Okay, so get connected with those kind of people, and do the remedies that I've given in the initial summary part, and the dates that I've mentioned also. The nakshatra transit of especially Kritika will be very positive for you in case you want to make any changes or difference in your workplace, sell off the property. So do it during this time. Okay, take care of your fitness and regime, and you will be getting through you will be overcoming all the ailments that you're going through. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. For Sagittarius natives, Mars is going to be transiting your 6th house, and is going to be looking at your 9th, 12th, and the 1st. So when Mars is in the 6th house, it is going to be leading to a lot of workload now. The workload is increasing, and you're going to be having a lot of energy to handle that workload also. When Mars is in the 6th house, it is going to give bigger enemies, and they are going to be actually, you can combat those enemies also. Bigger disease, but you can combat those disease also, because you have that kind of energy now. So any kind of long prolonged diseases that you're having, any kind of ailments or any kind of litigation that you're having, you'll be getting the verdict now. This is also, you will feel like you identify with what you do and what you will want to get the credit for. Okay, so this is the time when you should be actually working out. You should plan your diet. You should work through your energies. Any kind of health issues, you should start any kind of treatment or surgical process. So this is definitely going to be giving you that kind of clarity also, which line of treatment you should be opting for. Also, this is going to be the time to get involved in any kind of new relationship. Any kind of contradiction or any kind of problems in the relationship might just aggravate your chemistry and bonding. It is directly going to impact your work also. So you have to work through your professional as well as your personal life during this time. Don't get involved in unnecessary conflicts or any kind of activities which lead to problems in your relationship also. This is also the time when you can have conflicts with your subordinates and superiors. So make sure that you don't get involved in any kind of activities which lead to that. Don't expect that, you will get all kinds of acknowledgements at the place of work, but you cannot work alone. So be a team leader, work in that team. You can't do it all alone. So you have to depend on others during this time. This is also going to be looking at your first house, so aggression on cards. So you have to be taking care of your aggression, your speech also. Travels on cards, because Mars is looking at your 9th and 12th houses. So good for travel, connection with the overseas people. This is also going to give you that competitive attitude. So you're going to be really fierce, and you're going to be very aggressive in your work also. So your achievement, goal setting. So you will be doing all that. And also this can make you a little greedy during this time. So lie low. Okay, so lie low means you understand and read between lines. What exactly are you going through? What is it that you can, what exactly is your mental setup? So you might just be involved in some religious ceremonies or religious activities during this time, perform some puja at home, do the homam. So that will be also very positive for you. And also, there will be some, because it is Sagittarius, so some inheritance on cards. In case you are looking for some inheritance or any kind of change in your in your investment, the plan of investments, this is definitely going to be a helpful one. And by eliminating the old living conditions and changing them, how you're living, how your ideas are, you have to change them. The perspective has to change now. That will be giving you a new outlook and the new reason to work through the, not the old stream will work now. So you have to change your ideas, change the line of action now. This is also going to be giving you some negotiations or contracts during this time related to your business, your property, and also some kind of, some kind of changes definitely are coming your way. So this is going to be taking you to the higher level. Enhance your skills, just tone down, mellow down those energies as well. Also, this can lead to some, children, childbirth, or maybe, your children are leaving the country and moving away from you somewhere overseas, maybe for education, to the hostel or somewhere, you are actually planning everything for the children now. Or there can be that you are having some distant relationship with your children. Okay, and you can get involved in some physical activities, or sports activities, or maybe children are involved in some competitive exams or something they're going to be appearing for. So this is definitely very good for student natives as well. In case you want to understand the remedies, you should go and hear the summary part that involves a lot of remedies and a lot of, the dates are also there. So the difficult times. Okay. So make a note. Coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. For Capricorn natives, Mars is going to be looking at your 12th, 11th, and 8th from the 5th house. So it's transiting the 5th house. So 5th house is the house of children, romance, relationship, and your sexual desires, creativity. So the energies are going to aggravate even more. Your relationship with your children, your bonding with your children might become little on the aggressive side. You might not be able to understand your children, or maybe there will be a lot of lack of connection that you are feeling with your children. So you have to be careful in case you're going in for your childbirth. So this can be a surgical process, or there can be some complications. So you have to take care, because Mars in the 5th house, I've seen people having complications in their pregnancy or childbirth. This is also going to be making you involved in some sports activity. You will be pursuing your hobbies, violent entertainment, dangerous sports, adventurous activities. You will be actually experiencing a lot of maybe, those kinds of movies you'll be watching which involves a lot of violence. Okay, so you have to actually, those things, I personally feel, this is your personal taste, of course, I cannot take that violence somehow. I don't know, somehow when I see violence on the, in the movies, in the theater and all, in any kind of movie, I don't go for such movies, though. I don't watch such TV programs where, some violence is involved. So what happens, that actually, makes your personality also go a little aggressive. So that is something that you have to be very careful. That raw energy that you go through, impulsive and anger and, all those, they just become more dangerous. I feel they aggravate even more. So that is a tendency during this time. So you have to be a little extra cautious during this time when you are watching television or you're exposed to those kinds of movies and programs even more. So just make sure that you don't get involved in all those things during this time. Follow the safety rules, I would say. Okay. And also this is the time when, when this is the house of fifth house is the Karaka is Jupiter. Fifth house Karaka is Jupiter, children. So this can bring about intelligence, speculative gains also. Your romance might become, you will be taking it to another level. So being in the fifth house is not just negative, it is definitely going to be giving you that kind of, knowledge also. Your intelligence level is going to be very, very high. Some higher education, or you want to go in for some pleasant things in life also, you can be doing that. So you have to pick and choose what exactly do you want to do. Now is the time when you can be maybe, getting into new affairs. You can be flirtatious in your romance. You can be in your with your partner, with the person you are involved in, or you can actually go in for some proposal that you are seeking, or you can propose that person. You can be involved in losses in gambling. So don't get into that. Speculation is different, but in gambling you will lose money. So that's something you have to be careful about. And any kind of therapy that you want to do for conception and all, so that you can definitely do. This is also a very positive time for your workplace, achievement of goal setting, because this demands energy and you're going to be getting that. It's the 8th house from the 10th. So the energy levels are definitely going to be very, very strong, very high. And this is also going to be giving you a lot of prosperity and advancement of fortune, the recognition by government, prosperity at home, and profits in business. This is in the Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra. I'm reading from Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra also simultaneously. Whatever I'm saying, I can't mug up and remember everything on the live sessions, of course. So this is a very positive placement for professions and requires for long and demanding energy, such as stage performance, profession in politics, theater, writing, fashion, athlete. If you are into athletics, you're an actor yourself, you're a lecturer. So this is definitely very positive. If you are into public speaking, marketing, very positive time. And the energy levels are very, very high. And this is also going to be aspecting your 8th house after all. So it can create problems with your in-laws, partner's wealth might reduce. Okay. And it is going to be giving you that kind of you can have some kind of unexpected wealth also. Maybe your partner gets some big paycheck, or elevation or promotion. That is also quite likely. Be self-disciplined. Don't be impulsive. This is not the time to be impulsive. And there can be some problems in the friend circle because it's looking at your 11th house from here. And it can give you some, greed, or maybe, there can be some kind of troubles in the legal issues, or imprisonment, problems with the police department, or, if you're applying for visa or something. So you have to be a little extra careful also in all those areas. This is also going to be giving you some connection with the communication with the people who are very close to you, people who are in your close vicinity, your friend circle. You might just be very aggressive and you might just leave them, or they might leave you. And this can also lead to some contracts and agreements which you have to really be working through very carefully. Everything that you're filling up, you have to be very careful. All the documentation is actually prim and proper. Everything is meticulously done. And this will lead to some political, commercial, sports activities, and technologies related to car repair, road construction, media. That is also going to be giving you all that inclination. And you might have a distant relationship with your siblings. It can lead to some complications here and there with them. Okay. And take care of your health, exercise and eat right. Okay. eat right. That is something which is definitely very demanding. Coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. So for Aquarius natives, this transit is happening over your 4th house, and it's going to be looking at your 11th, 10th, and the 7th house. 7th, 10th, and 11th houses, rather, I should say. So in the 4th house, it's said that, you will be more inclined towards doing things at home. Emotional problems could arise, or, your subconscious mind, will be getting connected with the childhood days. Some childhood feelings might just come up, which might disturb you during this time. So all those activities, all those aggression and emotional problems can come up. You feel the need for your family members or connection with the family members right now. And you might carry out some improvement in construction projects at home, or doing some work at home, especially maybe you're working through your relationship with your parents, or you're meeting people who are very in your close vicinity, relatives or some friends, often, or maybe they will be coming to your rescue. If at all this transit is not that favorable, so remember, the retrograde will be definitely better. So any kind of sexual attachment or any kind of encounters like that will happen. And this will also give you some elevation at the place of work also, because you're going to be connecting very strongly with the people at the place of work, and there will be conducive environment at the place of work also. This will lead to some marital harmony that can, depending on your personal chart, of course, I don't want to say this, but it can either be a discord, or it can be a very, very strong relationship with your partner. So that is something, which you have to work through. The ideal thing to do is that peace management that you have to do. This will actually be giving you some love and affection towards your friends, towards your family, good cordial relationship with your people at the place of work, elevation at the place of work, transfer, or maybe some change of job, promotion is on cards as well. And also this is the ruler of your your 10th house also. So this will give you some elevations, of course. Some shelter from the opponents can be also possible. There can be some resistance at the home front, as I said. So home environment might not be that conducive. Also, this is 4th house. You might be making decisions related to your property matters. Purchasing a property is also very positive. At the same time, mother is very active. Or maybe, she's going to be involved in some competition herself, or maybe there is some kind of, she's going to be acquiring some knowledge during this time. So maybe she's going to build her career during this time. She's going to get elevated at her place of work. And this is also going to be giving you aggressively working towards work and it's untirelessness, I think. Yeah, that's what we say. So you're going to be very, very energetic and very, very independent also during this time. So this is like, whatever project oriented tasks are, you're going to be actually the commitments are, you're going to be fulfilling them as well during this time. This is also going to be giving you some temperamental issues with the people around you. You have to be very careful with that whenever there are transits, especially in the Rohini Nakshatra time. So that will be the time when all these issues will come up even more. So the dates I've mentioned in the beginning part, so make sure that you go through them. But definitely the problems with the partner will be in the Kritika Nakshatra transit. So take care of those during that time, because the whole transit can't be the same. It cannot give the same results, and it cannot give the same results to everybody who is an Aquarius rising. So you have to see what dasha you are in. If at all you are already in the dasha of Sun, Moon, Venus, Mars, either of these, so the impact would be actually felt even more. So when Kritika Nakshatra transit is happening in the beginning part, so you have to be very careful about all that. Some health issues related to your chest can come up, some surgical process that you have to go through. This is the time when you should be going in for. And it is also that you are going to be very home oriented. You're going to be confined at home, working from home, or you're working towards your inner you during this time. All right. Do the remedies that I've given in the initial summary part, and do here the dates of the transits also. They're very important. I'll pin it up in the comment section as well. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. For Pisces natives, this transit of Mars is happening over your third house, and it's going to be, the drishti is on the aspect is on the 6th, 9th, and the 10th houses. So Mars is in the third house. To top it all, it's the time when you will be involved with some type of professional or corporate communication. And there will be some issues related to contracts and agreements in case you want to go in for PR, applying for visa or something. So you have to be planning everything well. It is very possible also that you have to make trips connected with your business. There are interests with military, political, commercial, and sports issues, technologies related to car repair, road construction, media. All this is also going to happen. Be careful and with trying to convince others to think like you, because you can not push anybody, because Mars is looking at your 10th house as well from there. So this could happen in the course of phone calls, conversations. So just don't do anything. Don't converse on the phone or emails. Just be on one-on-one level and then communicate with people. That would be good for you. In case you are having anything related to your routine jobs, you get bored. So this might just bring about that boredom also. So you can't be, and especially when you think that someone is violating your belief system, that you have to be very careful about, because you can lose your cool at that time. So that is something you have to keep in mind. And also, Mars becomes too aggressive when it is in the sign of something which is, like giving you insecurity also, this Taurus sign. So maybe, you're comparing with others and you're feeling that, you're not better than them, or they're doing better than you. So you're getting a little aggressive because of that as well. It also works, for you that, you might just have to sell the idea of for work reasons. It is an excellent time to do it, whatever ideas you have, you should just bring forward those. And your attitude should be soft and gentle. Everything that you have been, maybe, you can get involved with your siblings in a very aggressive manner. Your ideas might be actually, taken by your siblings. Your neighbors might hear it, and, your friends or your circle you move around, your co-workers might steal the ideas from you. So that you have to be careful about. Don't be sarcastic in your speech, and drive safely. That's something that you have to be a little careful about, okay, during this time. And also, there can be that you are going to be dominated by physical activity at home front. Emotional problems could arise, triggered by subconscious memories of the past. Painful experiences might surface. All that you have to be a little extra careful about. It's not just a good or a goody picture for you in all the spheres. Of course, we have good, bad, both. So when it is the time that you feel connected with your family members, there can be that somebody from your family member, amongst the family members only triggers the bad things, and, you just get irritated with them. So that's something that you have to work through. It is a favorable period to carry out any kind of improvement or construction projects, buying property, selling property. You will get good price also. But at the same time, you have to be careful about your money matters as well as your relationship with your mother. You have to take care of your and drive safely. That's what I'm repeating again and again. So any kind of injury or burns, you can go, you can have. So you have to be a little extra careful about that as well. In the third house. Okay, so now your words can be very harsh, and you can use critical language as well. So that also you have to be careful about. And there can be some unintentional way of speaking, which can lead to some problems. So, this makes you critical and intolerant also. So maybe, you're always, at loggerheads with friends, siblings, neighbors, you can be on that plane. So be careful about your communication with them. Short journeys is on cards, but you have to be careful about that. Some kind of initiative you have to take in writing, communicative skills, you can enhance them as well during this time. The poet in you, can also come up. And the entrepreneurial skills, if you want to enhance any kind of business you want to start, very positive time. Any sort of problems that you have in communication or harmony problems with your people around you, any kind of dispute that you are involved in might just give you some issues. They might just aggravate. Health issues will be there, but you will be able to combat those health issues because Mars is looking at your 6th house. And this is actually, very favorable. In fact, in aspect to your illness, debts, enemies, it will actually subdue those zones. So that's why I said if you get a disease, you will be able to combat that disease. In case you want to go in for some surgical process, you will be successful. That surgery will be a successful surgery. In case you have enemies, you'll be able to defeat those enemies. So this is definitely going to be a positive time. 9th house also it is looking, so this can bring about conflict with your father, and you can be non-interested in the religious ceremonies. So don't get carried away in the that path where you are not following your family lineage or the family values. The value system you should not leave at all. 12th house. Okay. Also, it is going to be good for the student natives in case they want to start any kind of education, intelligence. Anything related to intelligence will definitely be very positive. Starting of any kind of love affair, the flirtatious you might just come up more during this time, but definitely losses in gambling, stock markets, you should not get involved in that. Good for speculative gains, but not good for getting involved in any kind of gambling. You might incur heavy losses, and this can lead to luck enhancement also. This is a very splendid period for demanding energy, such as a stage performer or a profession in politics, theater, writing, fashion, athlete, salesperson. All that is definitely very positive. But problems can be with the in-laws, or they can be problems related to your it can lead to problems related to your husband's financials also. Or maybe suddenly, your husband gets a lot of money. That is also quite likely. You can be very dynamic and energetic during this time. Okay, so this is what, and there may be some problems with the friend circle also. You have to watch out for that as well. Okay, otherwise it's a very positive time overall. For the dates, you know the dates that I have mentioned in the initial summary part. Please go through those dates also, and also see what nakshatra transit is going to be. So for you especially, the nakshatra transits of Rohini is definitely going to be giving you positive results. So anything related to the moon remedy, if you do during that time, it will definitely help you. So this is it for all the 12 ascendants, moon signs, or the Dasha Vise predictions. So it was a long video, of course, a live video. And in case you have any questions, please do write in the comment section. I will try to reply back. And I'll be making some announcements also very soon. So stay blessed, everyone, and keep watching my videos. Do like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much. Om Tat Sat.